Hello, and welcome to another episode of New Gameplay Today. I'm your host, Jeff Cork, joined today by Ben Reeves.
Here I am.
Intern, Jacob Geller.
Hi there.
And special guest, Ben Hansen.
Oh my gosh, no one's more special than intern Jacob Geller.
I know, I tried to sneak that in there so that no one would notice, but...
I'm honored.
Yeah, you're
welcome.
Here.
So, are you a big Tomb Raider fan, Jacob?
I played the first of the rebooted ones and enjoyed it quite a bit, but I haven't played Rise of the Tomb Raider, so I'm 1/3 of a fan.
Number one fan here, love it. What are we looking at, Reeves?
This is some footage from, I want to say, maybe 2-3 hours into the game. I got a chance to play about 4 hours last week. And
Of
I
what
had
game?
A good time playing the Shadow of the Tomb Raider game.
There you go.
Yeah, Lara Croft's, I want
Back.
to say third adventure, but at this point she's been around, for over 20 years. But
Yeah.
since the reboot back in 2013, this is the third one. From IDOS Montreal, so it's a new studio.
Right.
And you actually went up there to play it, or where'd you play this thing?
No, I just went out to LA. They had an event.
Oh, well.
But I say new studio, but they actually did help with some of the previous ones. And like the director on this was also the director of the first, the reboot. So like there's a lot of overlap there. There's a lot of, similar blood, let's say.
Wait.
There's about to be some blood in the water.
Oh my god, Reeves, you're a killer. I like the little lethal cat fur you got on the back there. Did you customize that look at all?
Yes, actually. So that was, I killed a leopard and stole his skin. And I decided to wear it because I'm a leopard serial killer.
Okay.
That's a cool move.
That's how I'm role-playing this version of Laura.
Okay, so she kills cats.
Yeah.
Got it.
So yeah.
It's nice to see her in a tropical environment where she constantly isn't shivering like Rise of the Tomb Raider. Everything just looked freezing cold in that game.
Yeah.
This looks very much like the beginning of Uncharted 2, where you're wandering through the jungle and on wooden platforms and stuff. Not to compare these two games that are already...
How dare you?
compared way too much,
Yeah.
I'm writing this down.
Jacob Geller.
Anytime you get
Fighting
shot
back.
underwater, I always think of... They say that if you're under like a couple feet of water, you're basically bulletproof.
Who says that?
They.
The people that want you to go into the water?
Them. The water people.
Look, I've
shooters.
seen Mythbusters, that's true.
Yeah, like, because water does a really good job of slowing things down, so...
Yeah.
It is true. I watched a very informative YouTube video recently, which was like, hey, how many magnets will it take to slow down a bullet? It's one of those YouTube videos that's like, how'd this get in my feed? And then you see that it has like 50 million views. Like, oh my god, everyone wants to know. But they took like an AK-47 or something, and they had just a row of 5-gallon buckets filled with water, and they shot it directly into the row to see how deep it would go. 7 buckets. 7 buckets to stop that bullet.
Really?
Which
Wow.
I thought was pretty good.
How
That
many
is pretty
magnets
good.
are we talking?
Yeah.
Like 9?
I took a BB gun and then it barely attached to like one of the magnets at the end. Like it was pretty disappointing.
Okay, so Laura can't get like a magnet vest that makes her impervious to bullets.
Well, we'll see. I mean,
I
Shadow of the
I
Tomb
only
Raider.
played 4 hours.
Yeah.
so,
And you didn't
yeah.
kill a magnet,
Yeah,
so
there's a
who
2020.
knows?
4 hours, Reeves. What did you think about your time with it?
I had fun, I mean, what you see here is what you're going to get, because it's pretty much, it's gold at this point. But yeah, if you like the last 2 games, it's that formula, for good and for bad. I mean, mostly for good, because I like the formula. So, there's the crafting, and I think I'm going to show you some of the skills here, briefly. I'm going to show you the fast travels what I'm going to do.
Still, if they're here, they're ahead of us.
I had a lot of fun. I like the stealth
least it
component
means
of this
I'm
game.
on
Yeah.
So I like
some
sneaking
sort of
around
track.
and throwing like Molotovs at people and watching them burn.
If Dominguez is
that's how
right
I play.
and the sun is dying.
But yeah, I had a lot of
I
fun with
have
it.
to
So
get to the
I was
box
worried
before
because of
he
IDOS
does.
Oh,
Montreal.
really?
But, which sounds meaner than I mean to. I just mean because like the Deus Ex games, they're the studio that worked on those last couple Deus Ex games. I feel like those were not quite to the high bar I would like for that. They were solid 8s. And I guess so when they were doing Tomb Raider, I'm like, okay, well this might be the weakest of the most recent Tomb Raiders, is what I was thinking. But after playing it, I'm like, you know what? I think this could fall in line with the other 2. So jury's still out. I think it's good.
Any story setup we should know at this point?
Yeah, she's traveled to South America. She's looking for object that's going to destroy the world, and Trinity is after her as well. You know Trinity? Remember them?
I do, yeah. The thousands of people that I gunned down?
That's right.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, the story is fine
Yeah.
so far. It's not the big draw for me in this game at all. It's not like Uncharted where like you care about the story. In a weird way, like the action here is better than Uncharted, but the story is not.
Right. That's
So
always
it's
the
kinda
Tomb
like
Raider
reversed.
trade-off.
Yeah.
So one of the things they were talking about was the biggest hub world ever that they had. Did you see that? Was
Yeah,
it
Pi
big?
TT. Yeah, it was at the end of my demo, and it was very big. I got a taste of like a smaller hub world, and there's some side missions where you like go and help a guy find his kid and help rescue some like hostages. Those are the side missions I did, and they were fine. The people you talk to in the village feels a little stilted, you know, feels like a little less polished maybe than it could.
I remember
But
thinking
the action's good. The action, everything about that you liked about the last two Tomb Raiders is here.
I remember thinking in the first game at least, it was like I had the opportunity to backtrack and go through old areas again, but I didn't particularly want to or feel any like inclination that it would make me better. Is there more stuff to kind of do outside of the main course here?
There's more side missions and stuff. But if you didn't like backtracking in the past, I don't think that this game is going to draw you in. One of the things that I was fascinated by, and it just announced like a couple weeks ago, is the difficulty setting. Do you guys remember hearing about that?
No.
The difficulty setting is broken up into like the 3 pillars, so you can adjust the difficulty of the combat, which isn't anything new. But you can also adjust the difficulty of like traversal and puzzles independently of that.
That's awesome.
Which
Yeah,
is
so
actually pretty cool.
So you can make platforming like really hard if you want to.
Yeah, you can make it hard, or you can make the puzzles, which Hanson, I'm sure you'll be excited about. Super
Oh,
easy.
I'm going to bring those puzzles down to a 0 if that's an option.
Yeah. And basically it just like adjusts like the window that you have to do stuff, or it'll be like, hey, I should go check out that box over there. You know, it kind of just gives you some hints.
Okay.
So Hanson, during the cover story for the first Tomb Raider reboot,
Yes, sir.
didn't you get like super aggressive about like, why do you put these dumb puzzles in there? Nobody likes that.
Well, no, I was on the Rise of the Tomb Raider cover story.
Oh,
trip.
okay.
And yes,
I don't remember that specifically. Is that true, Reeves?
there was definitely, so me and Kyle were there, and both me and Kyle are fans of puzzle games, so we're like, yeah, we want more of this. We love the tombs. But they're always kind of like
Stand on a
sectioned
block.
off into the tombs, which are like side stories, right? So you
Right.
don't have to do the puzzles, which I think Hanson was all on board with. But me and Kyle were like, yeah, we like the puzzles. We'd love to see more of that.
Wait, yeah, I'm remembering it now, Cork. I actually ran over to people's computers that were working on the tombs and tried just spamming the delete button on their keyboard to just try and take them out of the game, if I recall.
So if you're frustrated that there were fewer puzzles in Rise of the Tomb Raider, that's why.
Uh-huh.
Frustrated.
What do you guys think of these guys?
This is bullshit.
Uh,
Someone's lying to us, and we might have lost some people
I
already
think they
because
have
of it.
trash mouth.
I can't see these guys without thinking of Leo's E3 recap now, which was, hey, there's a dead body where my friend used to be.
Exactly.
Do you guys normally do stealth, or do you just
Yeah, for sure.
run through the environment?
I always feel
guns
like
blazing?
if stealth is optional and I mess it up, I'm just not playing well and I end up like restarting the checkpoint or whatever.
Right.
I really want to get it perfect.
Yeah. And that was always the thing with the last couple Tomb Raiders is you do stealth until you get caught. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, well, now I just have to go hot because there's no reversing that. But with this game, you can actually go back into stealth. Like you can lose enemies and reset the stealth in the zone. Which is kind of nice.
It's fascinating to watch you play this because I consider myself a fairly stealth-oriented player with the Tomb Raiders, and you're choosing a completely different option from what I would have done.
Oh, really?
100% of the time. Like, I like to be sneaky, but I'm just murdering everybody along the way. Like, I guess you're not exactly a strict pacifist, but but like that first guy that you like waited for him to get it on his little patrol. It's like, oh, that guy would have been dead almost instantly.
Sure. Yeah, and I thought about it, but I also didn't want to get caught by these two guys
Yeah.
because I have other plans for them.
So yeah, in the
Good old
past
fire.
couple, I feel like you had your bow and you could sneak up behind them and smack them, and that was pretty much it.
Uh-huh.
But in this, it looks like you are taking a different approach here.
Maybe.
Jesus.
Oh
Christ.
gosh! And the spire, it spreads too, which is kind of handy.
Just like immediately teleported onto that other guy.
But it is kind of nice. And then that guy's like, well, I know where she is.
Hanson, you'll be pleased to know that if you ever get set on fire at work,
Yeah.
I will ignore you to take care of what I think set you on fire by blindly attacking it.
Do you think?
Even if it's just like the microwave or something?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you so much.
Do you think if you were standing with a buddy and you were just hit by a flaming Molotov, you'd immediately know where it came from? Because I don't think I would. And that guy just knew right away where you were hiding.
It's like they were given an alert. Hey, incidentally, one of you is going to be set on fire.
And it's going to come from behind that.
Well, I did
bulldozer.
hear Laura proudly proclaim, yes!
She did it like a Kevin from Home Alone, yes.
Exactly.
Her well thought out trap.
I'm not scared
Fire.
anymore.
Now, confirm or deny, you can attach paint cans to ropes and just swing them into guys.
Oh, that'd be really good, actually. Although the repelling is new. I don't know if you guys noticed that little
Yeah, that's
trick.
cool.
Oh,
That
interesting.
wasn't in the last couple games.
Is that right? It feels like it was in Rise of the Tomb Raider, but
You
it
had a
wasn't.
rope, right?
There's a lot of rope work.
That's the weird thing. I don't remember which cover story trip it was, Hanson. Maybe you remember this, where we were talking to somebody and they were like, yeah, there's kind of a fine line when you're working on a sequel because you want to add features. But a lot of times you'll add something and then people will be like, yeah, that was in the last game.
Right,
So
right.
you're like, it's totally like a waste of time
You
sometimes.
can't win. Yeah,
Yeah.
You have to go 100 yards for people to see 10 yards, as one developer once said. Yeah, I think it was John Madden.
John Madden himself. Yeah, so that's interesting. So one of the things with traversal we're talking about is there wasn't a lot of like movement down in the last games, like at least traversal wise. So they were always making Laura fall.
Oh.
That's why she was always tumbling all over the place. It's because they didn't have any way to like vertically go down. I don't know why they didn't think of stairs, but instead she just fell. So, but now they can repel, or like she can swim, which is also new in this game.
Yeah.
Like at least underwater, so she swims down.
Didn't she swim before? I might just miss her. Like, the
Not
same phenomenon.
underwater.
She could swim.
How else do you swim?
Well, like, she would be on the surface.
She also swam through a lake of blood in
That's
the
right.
beginning of the first game.
Yeah.
And actually, fun fact, in The Descent as well. She actually went back in time and did that.
I
It's fun.
forgot that was Laura Croft.
Yeah, no one remembers that. Next time she talks, I would like to hear the dialogue here. So I'm going to force you guys to shut the hell up. We're going to hear some of the cool actors.
So this is an example of one of the puzzles on the main line.
Oh.
And let's just skip that because I'm not interested.
Okay. And you don't want to
For
give the
Ben
solution
Hansen's
away.
sake, yeah,
thank you.
exactly.
I'd be raging over here. What do we got here? Where are we now?
This is an upgrade. You find a couple of these things throughout the world, and they give you like new skills. Exactly. It does have that kind of Metroid feel, right, where you're acquiring new items.
Okay, she said interesting. Did you pick
catch
that up?
Was that good enough for you, Hanson?
You guys, I'm just reading the comments in real time.
And this is the upgrade I got. So it's kind of a cool. It's a combat
Ooh,
upgrade.
it's like a Batman thing.
Yeah.
Pull someone up.
Yeah, we'll make some good use of that.
Good God.
You can
Jeez.
see what happened to those guys, obviously.
So how mean is this game to Laura? Because the first like 15 minutes of the first game were just the most horrifying sequence of events where she was impaled and almost drowned in the aforementioned river of blood.
Yeah.
Is she like capable enough to not have that happen anymore?
Actually, she is. So I asked them about that as well. And I think I asked them, like, do you guys get some kind of sick thrill on torturing Laura? And
Hard hitting.
they did not love that question, believe it or not. But they said, like, yeah, it's actually kind of nice because we don't have to make her fall all the time. She's actually more capable, too, because she's been through several adventures now. So we can show that she's a kind of battle-hardened warrior.
To be fair, her getting impaled a lot is not like a canonical outcome in the story. That's when you mess up.
No, that happens. Like she gets rebar stabbed through her chest no matter what
That's
you
true.
do in the first
That is
one.
true.
Well, see, I didn't see that because I did a better way.
Oh, you were better.
Yeah.
This looks really cool.
So there
I
was
hate
swimming
this.
in the previous game, but like this is a little bit more extensive than
Can she
and
drown?
like deeper. Yeah, she can drown.
Ugh.
But I don't like to play that way.
I'm learning. I've just made all the wrong decisions
Yeah,
in controlling
absolutely.
Laura.
Oh, but that air just smells great.
Oh. Do you guys do this where anytime you're underwater in a game, you try to hold your breath and see if you can last as long as the character?
No,
Nope.
I think that makes you a pretty big maniac, actually.
Yeah. What do you do when you play something like Street Fighter?
Well, I try to like go and beat somebody up and see if I can survive as well as they do.
Uh-huh. Have you ever play Forza?
I used to have 4 brothers.
Okay, so in the past couple games, they've had really advanced hair tech, which in my opinion has made it look very weird, and I didn't like it. This one
don't look
seems,
at the screen, Jacob.
This one seems better. I felt like it was like, look, there are 1,000 individually rendered strands of hair, and they're all going in the wrong directions.
How dare you? Do you know how hard this is? Get off that mic. Let's see you make some Tress Effect hairstyles. Come on, man.
But this one looks nice.
Oh, good. All right, I take it back. Getting some berries.
So yeah, there's a lot of things in the army you can collect and craft and a lot of survival stuff. So let's put that, remember that new upgrade I just got?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who could
You want to
forget?
see how that works?
I'd love to.
Jesus, no hesitation.
Ooh.
Take that, buddy.
Remember when she got sad when she killed that deer?
They're here.
The world's one big deer. at
What's
this
he
point.
shooting at?
Nailed it.
Birds. That should give you half a headshot.
Now, was he just scared? Was that
I
why
think he saw
was...
that the birds got flushed out, so he thought that's what killed his friend from behind.
Yeah, there is something stalking through the forest here.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I lost my radio in the crash.
I just realized I'm excited based on Snake Eater vibes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh my
Whoa,
god,
what is
no!
that? What are you doing here?
Oh no.
What was that?
There are a bunch of spooky monsters in this game, Reeves.
I think there might be. I'm a little bit more forgiving of that in Tomb Raider than it was Uncharted.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah, sure. Were there any dinosaurs?
Yeah, I was gonna say you shoot dinosaurs in Tomb Raider.
Has the dinosaur returned since the first one?
The anniversary.
Other than the remake?
I don't know. That's a good question. You've probably played everyone, haven't you, Reeves?
I have, but man, those old ones, I don't remember those at all.
Yeah. Dark Angel, what was that one called? Angel of Darkness?
Angel of Darkness, yeah,
There you go.
that was considered one of the weakest ones.
She rode a T-Rex for half that game, just no one can recall.
Yeah, I don't remember that though.
There are big lizards in Lara Croft Go. That counts.
Okay.
Big lizard, it's like a dinosaur.
Argues more like a bird, but yeah, to each their own, I guess.
So this is kind of fun. I got like a sort of Batman vibe off of this part because like these guys, you can sneak through and get them all, but they're also distracted by something else. Mm-hmm. So they're not really interested in you. They're kind of like scared of these little monsters.
Right, I love that. I hope you can, like, you know, free the monsters from cages and stuff later on, all that good stuff. You know, video games.
Yeah, just like a video game.
Get a high five from one at the very end. Reach kind of an understanding.
Thank you, Lara. I mean, Lara. I mean...
Oh no.
Let's do this again. Remember this good time?
Yep.
There we go. Just quick and easy. It's helpful when they don't make a single sound to alert their buddies.
That's always my thing. I'm like,
Hunting us.
I like sneaking around, and I'm glad that like some dumb little noise doesn't alert everybody, but it does feel like take you out of the moment sometimes.
Right, right.
Christ, how much longer?
You guys like fire?
Yep.
I'd say I'm a medium fan of fire.
I think I have a problem with fire.
You doing a bank shot or
I
something?
like
there?
setting things on fire.
Oh my god. And then the third guy just watches.
You can tell everyone else that Laura was here.
And she's really cool.
So is there... It seems like you could just sneak through this and get to the next part without killing anyone. Is that true, or do you have to just murder everyone in your path?
No, there are definitely some areas you can sneak through without getting people.
Okay, so
But
this
there-
is your choice.
But
to
there are
be-
times where you're going to have to engage as well. So you can't like play the whole game stealth.
Oh, is the little monster buddy back?
Yeah. I'll give you guys a spoiler. You don't see these the monsters quite yet.
Okay. So in your 4 hours, did you get a good look at them?
Those creatures.
No, actually, that shot we just saw earlier is the only look I got at him.
I love
Cancel, will you freeze frame that so we can get a good look at it?
that. Yeah, it looks something like this. What do you think of that?
I think it's great. I can't wait to see more of it. Hey, Hanson, thanks for recording this. Reeves, Jacob, thanks for showing it off and talking about it. And everybody, thanks for watching. Bye!
Bye, everyone.